My name is Logan Clark. I'm the location leader for Isaiah 117 House in Marion County, Indiana. What we do is we serve kiddos on the day that they're removed from their home. So typically that's out of concern for their safety or well-being, and it may be removal that happens at school, at a doctor's office, or it could be a situation where they're actually taken from their home. There's no standardized removal day as far as what that looks like, but what is standardized is that that's a traumatic day. So what we do here is we are that next step where we welcome them all with open arms and then start to take care of them for whatever amount of time they're here, whether that be just a quick stop on their way to a foster family or a relative placement, up to 72 hours, which would be when it's maybe been a little bit harder for them to find a placement for that kiddo to go to long term. And we just take care of all of their needs while they're here. What you see around me and behind me is what we call our giving room at Isaiah 117 House. What we have in here are all of the material items that might make it easier for a kiddo that's being removed from their home. So there are moments of joy here where this might be the first time that they have ever received a new pair of shoes, or the favorite toy that they've been looking for or they asked for their birthday or for Christmas. But this is also what we feel is oftentimes just the bare necessity, that we're able to provide them with a week's worth of clothing and a few toys or a few things for their current age. We know they outgrow them. We know things are lost over time. So this really is just us stepping in a moment of need to provide them with everything that they absolutely need, plus a little bit extra. The overshadowing emotion that we always try to explain to them is that they are loved, especially, and also not forgotten. Looking at it from their perspective, it may feel like a punishment. Because that's what they know it to be, is to feel like a punishment. So we are explaining to them that it's not their fault, that they're loved, that nobody in this scenario is going to forget them, that we will remember them. We follow what we call like child-led interaction. So on that day, they don't get to choose where they're going or where they may be sleeping that night if a placement's been found. But we do give them choice in what they eat, what they do as far as activities, and what they wear. So we give their voice a choice by following their lead. And if that means that they're extremely tired and the trauma from the situation just makes them want to sleep, there are times that's what their stay looks like here. That we pack a bag of things for them, we cook meals for them that just kind of are sitting there and waiting, and they just sleep and get the rest that they need. Other times, their trauma response might be to gush about their story, and we're happy to hear that as well. There's a million outcomes that could be in their life after they leave here. We just try to help them be willing to take that next step in confidence. I've personally heard that from a 17-year-old that said, I know I have a lot of trauma and bad things in my life, but I still believe I can be a good person. And if that doesn't just, fill you with joy that a 17-year-old that's been through so much can realize that and is committed to that, but also just the sadness that you feel that they're the adult in their life, even when they're still a child or a kiddo in our eyes. There are approximately 400,000 children across the United States that are in foster care, and there are approximately that same number of churches. Think of how big of an impact that could have on that child, to have a care community that comes around them that's making sure that they are never alone, that they're never left behind, and that they have an ability to grow and to prosper. Churches and Christians across our country are the ones to step up and do something.